Heartbreak Honky Tonk.
Heartbreak Honky Tonk.
Kruse Brothers' debut album.
Yep. One, two, 1, 2, 3, 4. So,
Heartbreak Honky Tonk.
Heartbreak Honky Tonk.
Kruse Brothers' debut album.
Yep.
This album is a collection of songs that we've been writing for the last 3 years. Our first gig in the honky tonk, we fell in love with country music, and I remember you texting me, I think, call your mama right after that Sunbar gig.
Yeah, that's right.
You texted me, call your mama,
Yeah.
and it was, I think, really the first like country song that you wrote. But since that moment, we've been writing, we've been flying out to Nashville, co-writing, we've been writing together,
Right.
and have written over 100 songs
Right.
to get this collection of 12 songs,
Yeah.
Heartbreak Honky Tonk.
Yeah, and it was a cool way to get here because, you know, we grew up, we always loved playing live. Like, that's been like the pinnacle of what we do, the pinnacle of our like experience with music is we've always loved the live experience. And so our first gig in a honky tonk, we had been playing coffee shops, weddings, you know, birthday parties, Christmas parties, and we played a wedding, and the DJ, he was like, hey, you guys are awesome, can you play 3 hours of country music? And we were like,
With a band.
With a band. And we were like, yeah, sure, like, yeah. And so we said yes, we committed to the gig. It was 3 weeks out. And after that, I was like, well, okay, how many country songs do we even know? We don't definitely know 3 hours of country songs. And so I called Mike, who is our guitar player. I called Mike and was like, hey man, I think we're in over our head. We need a guitar player for this honky tonk gig. And he's like, let me see. He ends up saying, yeah, I'll do it.
Yeah. The Sunbar gig. And so I knew Chandler from a distance as the young guy who played piano and had a really good voice and, you know, led worship at church, you know, every once in a while. And I'd see him around campus and stuff like that. And I played music at our church in the adult services and, you know, showed to Chandler from time to time. So we like knew each other from a distance, but I didn't really know him very well. Miles, I met at church as well. Kind of knew that he did music and he knew that I did music, but we had never heard each other play or done anything together. This one time he was leading the music for this college deal. I was like, oh my gosh, this kid's really good. We just ended up developing a friendship through that. All that backstory to get you to where he calls me. He's like, hey man, this guy offered this 3-hour country gig at this place called the Sunbar. Would you want to play? And so I remember asking Miles, like, well, who else is in the band? And he said, oh, my brother's going to play bass. And I was like, no way, I didn't know that Chandler played bass. And he goes, well, he's going to learn. And I'm like, bro, this is like 3 weeks away. He's like, yeah, he'll be fine. Okay, so Channy's playing bass. Who's playing drums? And he's like, oh, this guy Casey that I met at Four Silos. He's been playing with us for a little while. But we kind of start talking a little bit more about it. And I was like, man, I'd really like to. It sounds fun. I have something else on that night. So let me talk to my wife. Eventually, I of course, got back to him and said, yeah, man, I'm in. Let's do it. So it was really fun, those first couple of rehearsals, to be like, okay, this is kind of, you know, it's a little clunky and, you know, we're still like figuring it all out, but I think there's raw potential here. And so it turns out that, man, people freaking showed up and it was awesome. So the gig goes off really well. The DJ guy that was, you know, that booked it pretty much came up to us right away and was like, you guys, that was so good. He's like, I can keep you busy pretty much all of next year if you want. Like, how many gigs do you want? 40, 50, 60, 70? Like, I can keep you busy at all these different country places around town. And so immediately it was like, oh, so this isn't just a one-time thing. All right, that's cool.
We needed a bass player. You were like, well, I can learn the bass. Like, I'll learn the bass in 3 songs. So I went onto Spotify and looked up country dance playlist. And I copied the playlist and we learned 44 songs in 3 rehearsals. You learned the bass on all these songs. And we pulled it off. We did this gig.
And that was the beginning of
Yeah.
a life-changing moment
Right.
that led us into playing honky tonks, playing country bars
Right.
4 nights a week
Yep.
for 2 years.
Yep.
And that's where we really developed the majority of the inspiration for this album.
Yeah.
Was learning these songs from every era, from every decade of country music. Because in a honky tonk, your job is to keep people engaged, keep people dancing, keep people high energy.
Yeah.
And country is so awesome because there's so many different decades that are still relevant.
Right.
You have 90s country, you have classic country like Willie and Waylon, you
Yeah.
have 2000s country, you have Luke Bryan
Yeah.
and Jason Aldean, and then
Yeah.
you have more modern country like Tyler Childers,
Yeah.
and we just got this history course on country music in the honky tonks, playing
Right.
every decade, every generation, and it really, I think, just developed this mesmerization with country music and this excitement about country music
Yeah.
that has such a culture. And we got that was like our education. That
Right.
was our classroom, was the honky tonk
Yeah.
in country music.
Right.
And playing 4 nights a week and every weekend with the band, and then starting to travel to the Grizzly Rose in Denver, Colorado,
Right.
and going to Moonshine Flats in San Diego, and starting to travel and tour in these honky tonk environments.
Right.
Is really where we cut our teeth, learned how to perform, learned how to
Totally.
write country music,
Totally.
and we really just fell in love with it.
One of the most inspiring factors that I feel like really allowed us and drew us to like dig roots into country music was like realizing it's just stories. Like
Yeah.
it's songs that are stories. And then I think like, you know, going on the road for the first time, that's when White on the Ground happened. You know what I mean? Because it was like we were
Driving to Colorado.
driving through the night, you know, like that's a road dog experience.
at like 10 p.m.
Left at 10 p.m. We rented this van. We took all the rows out of the van. We packed all of our gear, like ceiling to floor in this van, and it's 5 of us or 6 of us, six of us, packed into this little van and driving through the night. And it was like, you know, but we were so excited.
Yeah.
And then we were going through New Mexico, which is where we're from, and in the Southwest, you know, and just seeing the vivid landscape and just being like, just so drawn into this experience that we're having. And then White on the Ground happens, and we didn't think anything of it, but it was just a cool moment of inspiration. As we're getting deeper and deeper into the country world, we're getting more and more inspired. And then we play with Casey Donahue.
Mm-hmm.
And Casey Donahue brings us out on the road.
Yeah.
And that's when that's our first tour experience where we're backstage and we're playing concerts for the first time.
Yeah.
I remember the first time we played a concert where there's not people just dancing and drinking and doing their own thing, like there's people standing in
watching us.
front of us.
Yeah.
That was insane.
It was
because
life-changing,
It was
yeah.
we were just, I was shaking in my boots. We played a 30-minute set, and it was, again, just like, what on earth? How are we here right now? And then seeing Casey Donahue stand on stage for an hour, signing every single thing that people have, talking to his fans, and they're like, I've been in 9 Casey Donahue concerts.
Yeah.
And he signs every t-shirt, and he shakes my hand. He remembers me. I've seen him 9 times, you know, and we were in 4 different cities with him across the United States.
Mm-hmm.
And Casey told us, like, that's how you have
all
leave a
about your
legacy.
fans.
It's all about your fans,
Yeah.
you know? And so that was really inspiring, and how it brought us into now, you know, the next year, now we're playing concerts. That framed how we want to do it. We're like,
Yeah.
we can do this, and this is how.
Yeah. People like Casey Donahue really influenced us to do it a certain way.
Right.
Casey warned us very early on, there's gonna be people that everybody will want something from you.
Yeah.
And he was really the first person that I think for us kind of presented this independent model of making music and operating your business. That was really inspiring and very like motivating as we started running the Kruse Brothers like a business and thinking
Yeah.
about it like a business. And this whole year has been raising the money by touring and selling merch and taking as much savings as we can to put towards this album.
Right.
Because we're paying it completely for ourselves.
Yep.
We're hiring everybody. Our whole team has been run from, if we have an idea, if we make a connection, it's on us to pursue it. It's
Yep.
on us to pay them. And so doing this album independently has really it's made it take a little bit longer, but it's also been so sweet to formulate this team, to formulate the studio, to work with Trent, to work with our management, to work with Ben, who's mixing it, to work with Emerson, who's helping us with video. You know, all these people that we've built this team have helped create this amazing project, and it's been completely independent. It's been completely just from relationships and hard work, and also just an incredible fan base that has supported us, that has bought t-shirts, has come to shows
And that's
out of their own paycheck.
Everybody who's bought a t-shirt helped pay for this album.
Exactly. You know? Well, this album, and I think our style in general is very diverse. It comes from a wide range of influences, even outside of country. And for this album in particular, you're gonna hear a lot of honky tonk, you're gonna hear a lot of upbeat, a lot of songs that you would wanna dance to or hear in an upbeat honky tonk. On the other side, there's gonna be some songs that come from our roots here in the Southwest, or in Arizona, and originally being born in New Mexico. There's a lot of Southwestern influence, songs like Hummingbird and Saguaro Sunrise and Light on the Ground, that kind of are this modern cowboy Western sound that we love and that we're very inspired by. Even growing up and, you know, pretending like we were cowboys, like it's just been something we've always loved. So there's gonna be that Western flavor, there's gonna be a honky tonk flavor, and then I think a country album wouldn't be complete without some heartbreak songs, you know, songs about your girl leaving you. And so, like I said, this is a collection of songs that we've written for the last 3 years, ever since we started. And so we feel like these are the 12 best songs that we've written in the last 3 years. We have plenty more in the pipeline. This feels like an accurate representation of what these last 3 years have been, and paying homage to the honky tonks, to the place that formed us, that educated us, and that inspired us to be doing what we're doing now.
Right, totally. We got to work with one of our dream producers on this album. I remember we were playing Stoney's Rockin' Country in Vegas. And we were talking about, we had the idea, we finally were committing to the idea that it's time for an album. And so we were just dreaming, if we could, and we had nothing going for us. We had 3,000 followers, absolutely nothing. We had no money in the bank or anything, and we just were dreaming, if we could work with anybody, who are some sounds and some producers that we really love. And Trent Lohman was one of the top 2 producers that we would work with in our career. You know, and we were just dreaming big. Through doors opening and the grace of God, we got in the room with Trent Lohman, and he produced this album. He's a writer on the album, he produced the album. He's really been our first real professional studio experience.
Trent Lohman is, first of all, just a complete badass.
The coolest dude
Just one of the coolest guys you'll ever meet. About as real as you can get. His sense in the studio and what he brings and the way that he commands the room is pretty admirable and pretty special. And the way that he brings something out of the artist. Working with Trent and working with these incredible session players, the way that Trent can communicate our vision and help us communicate our vision, and the way that we can work together and create exactly what we were looking for is just very special. Also, one of my favorite things about Trent is the way that he gets vocals. I love the way that he captures our vocals. The studio is a very vulnerable place because everything about you is exposed. You're literally listening to the purest form of what you are. And as a vocalist, you are your instrument. The way that Trent encourages, gives positive affirmation, and kind of through reverse psychology has you track the best takes that you can get. It's just awesome. I loved working with him. I loved getting to know him. I loved writing with him, and I'm excited to do some more of that, write with him a little more. And Trent was just an incredible producer to work with. One of the kindest guys. I'm so proud of how this album came out. Trent was just a huge part of that. We go out to Nashville every couple months for the last 2 years. And a big part of that is co-writing, getting in the co-writing scene in Nashville. Our first co-write was about 2 years ago with Jess Kane and Matt Morrissey. Going to Nashville and writing with these incredible songwriters has been so instrumental in learning how to write a song, learning what makes a good song, and just getting into this like fabric that has been such a integral part of country music since it started. And it's just, you know, I don't think we even really knew the scope of what co-writing was, how important it is to the country music industry. It's really changed the way that we write songs. It's helped us become better songwriters, and we've gotten some awesome songs out of it. Part of what makes these songs that we love is because there's pieces of us in it, there's pieces of these co-writers in it, and it's just this like collaborative, amazing thing that turned out to be awesome. I don't think this album would be what it is without, you know, the collaboration with those songwriters in Nashville.
Yeah.
And I think it's something that we've only benefited from. I love the opportunity that we've gotten to write with every single person that we've gotten to write with. It's definitely made us so much better.
Yep. It's a pretty big moment for us, and a lot of time and effort and stress and excitement, and we spent the whole year touring and playing our own shows and just to pay for it, you know, and selling t-shirts. And you know, this is like honest blood, sweat, and tears from no, you know, label team or marketing team. You know, it's just me and you and the people that we've brought in to collaborate with us to help us bring this to life. It couldn't be any better than it is. I think it's pretty awesome. I'm really excited. I think people are gonna love it. I think the honky tonks are gonna love it. There's gonna be some boot scooting out of it. Heartbreak Honky Tonk. Let's ride.
For the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Just played our last show here in Arizona at the distillery in Chandler. We played our first gig here. I feel like from the first time we played here, we said we're trying to put Arizona on the map in country music. And every time we play the honky tonks or clubs, venues, we feel that love from Arizona. I think as we're moving on and going to Tennessee, we're really going to Tennessee carrying Arizona on our back and trying to represent Arizona well. Like, we're going out there not trying to become anything other than what we are right now, which is something that we love and something that's really special. Miles and I, when we started the Kruse Brothers LLC business, we made a mission statement and core values. And our mission statement is to inspire people to pursue living passionately and authentically, and to pursue things that they're passionate about and that promote authenticity. The album has been created from the countless nights that we've had here in this room, and it feels like we have captured and completed what we went out to do with this album. Like, we got what we were going after with this album. And so now it's a blank slate and we can do whatever we want to do. This album was birthed and bred in this room, in the country bar, in the honky tonk. And the future of the Kruse Brothers is just getting started. Part of why we're doing this, part of why we're playing music and we've played the honky tonks for so long is we want to inspire people in Arizona to pursue music. If you're passionate about music, if you're passionate about being creative, pursue it, chase it, spend your time doing what you want to do, doing what you love, and who knows what can happen. I think what we've done is like tried to make it about people, tried to shake hands, and then it leads us to a night like tonight where we're in a room with hundreds of people that have seen us since the first gig that we did here, you know. So that's something that just feels really special, feels really like amazing to have that and feel support and to take that through our career. Like, we'll never forget this night or these nights that we've had here in these places, you know. They're special. We're the Kruse brothers. It's been an absolute pleasure making this music for you, and we're just getting started.
Come on, Skiller and Chandler, how we feeling tonight? Yes, she tore out in a cloud of dust.
You stoked?
Oh yeah, it's gonna be a good time. Out here in the desert, it's a beautiful day.
10 nights out in Tennessee.